beginning of times, we had dinosaurs and dragons. I'm not exactly sure if they coexisted or if dinosaurs came first, then followed by dragons, or if dragons were already there when dinosaurs came. But in that era, we could find dinosaurs and dragons. And after that came Bitcoin. Welcome back to Coffee Infused Crypto. Today we're gonna have a macro strategy or a macro observation on Bitcoin to set up a strategy in order to see if we are still on track or not. I'm pretty sure you're aware of our famous or infamous inverted boobs. We shared that on Twitter earlier. So today we're gonna deep dive into our purple inverted curves. So first of all, I need you to know that we're gonna just observe one chart today, have some discussion over it, and try to set the path to where we're heading next. So when in doubt, we zoom out, we look at the macro. Grab your cups of coffee, let's discuss Bitcoin macro. So first of all, those are trend lines, curved trend lines, which technically project a certain price action. Okay, gives us based on a historical or recent history's price action, gives us an orientation and a direction. So this starts from history and is pushed towards projecting where we might be heading or a path to follow. Okay, on the other hand, we have moving averages. So moving averages by default are lagging indicators. So technically when they move, it's a move or a path or a price action that happened in the past. So they lag, they give us confirmations after a move in a price has already happened. So today we're going to utilize both a projection utilizing the curves and the moving averages representing a lagging indicator. And to be exact, we are gonna be focusing on the 20 simple moving average and the 50 simple moving average with some observations on the RSI. So to start with, after the dragons and the dinosaurs came Bitcoin, and in the first run here, we can notice that we have this curve which supported us on many occasions, and we have the 20-day moving average, or in this case it's a weekly, this is a weekly time chart, so this is a 20-week moving average, and the 50-week in blue followed. So once we first start this curve, you notice that this has always, let me grab, sorry about that, let me grab the brush right here. So yeah, supported us here, of course we supported, it supported us here, wicked almost, supported here, came back, tried to wick around this area, and you can see like this price respected this curve all the way until we reached, you know, the blow off top and lost this curve. So this is the first observation. So our first curve was respected from 2013 all the way to 2017. That's 4 years of discipline and respect. Yeah, 4 years. What I'm interested to see here is this cross between the 20-week moving average and the 50-week moving average. So at this area, we had a cross. The 20-week crossed the 50, but as we said, this is a lagging indicator. So the price already started to move up, right, around this area, and then followed by a cross confirming that yes, we are in an uptrend. okay, but it already has started here. So some of the observations we might see is that we had a low here, right? That was at around $176, and another low here, which was at $190, and both of those are wicks. So we had two lows and the close candle at $203, this closing candle. When we crossed this, the price never came back to those levels again. We never saw those levels again. Not even in any retracement or pullback, the price came back to the levels that was or before the cross happened. So keep that in mind. When we crossed here, another thing to notice is we crossed the RSI over 50 level on the weekly. So that as well take into notice. So when the cross happened, RSI was at 75. A couple of weeks back, RSI was at 48, and then 56, and then 64, and then 75, respectively. So that a cross of the 20 and the 50. And if you notice, since this is a lagging indicator, just notice how the price works. So the price would shoot above it, run, come back and retest, takes approval from the 20, asks if are you catching up, are you still following me, and the 20 confirms that I'm still here, I'm still following, I'm still with you. Then the price shoots back up again, comes back to check on the 20. Consider them two close friends. One is faster than the other, one shoots up, always comes back and makes sure that their friend are still following up. Alongside with our curve, the 20 acts as a support as Bitcoin shoots up, comes back, checks back if they are following up again and again and again until Bitcoin comes back and finds out that the friend is tired and can't catch up anymore. So Bitcoin goes into a cool off period, comes back, check, friend is too tired still, goes into a cool off period, giving the friend some time to rest. So this is the catch-up game between the 20-week moving average and the Bitcoin price, and the cross between the 20 and the 50 for the first run. Back in 2019, we had this, of course, trend line as well, which was respected. Okay, and we can argue that this can be moved a little bit to the upside here and would still be respected around this area, this area, this area, all the way to the end or to the top here, where the price just respected from let's say that was 10 December of 2018, the bottom. We had a cross at 10 June 2019, the 20 crossed the 50. Okay, but this time this area between June 2019 and the COVID crash at around March 20, this is an abnormal, black swan event, which did reset our moving averages and made the 20 get tired too fast. But an observation can be made here around this area as well, that when this crossed, the 20 crossed the 50, okay, so that was on the 10th of June, our RSI was over 50, definitely, it's clear that it's over 50. Our local low before the cross happened was at 3,150, and even with a black swan event, something global, something as big as affecting all countries around the world, with that crashing, the price failed to hit a lower low than what was before the cross of the 20-week over 50. So the theory here still intact. The lowest price before the cross was never broken ever again. So We move on forward, and when this recovered, Bitcoin definitely took a couple of weeks, recovered this crash, and continued moving forward. Got accepted over the 20. 20 said, yes, okay, I'm good to go. Went, tested the 50. 50 said, I'm good to go. And Bitcoin jumped, first jump. Notice how Bitcoin price jumped. Lagging indicator came after, crossing the 50, saying or confirming that this was real. So we had a confirmation around this area. We had the path and the projection here taking us to definitely the top. So we could draw this back from this area and extend it, and Bitcoin respected it. So notice here, after having the cross, Bitcoin comes back down. Again, same story. Good old friend, are you good? Are you still up and running with me? Yes, I'm good. The 20 week said, and Bitcoin just parabolically fly, respecting our trend line, our curve. And here, if you notice, RSI over 50. In fact, RSI stayed over 50 way before the cross happened, and it crossed 50. Okay, so crossed it here. We had a black swan event, dipped, crossed 50 again, stayed over 50 all the way from 20 till 21, the May of 21, when we had this dip, and yeah, for a couple of months. So that 20-week moving average did support us, did confirm, came back to retest. So always remember, catch-up game with the 20-week moving average and a path projection by our inverted boob, purple boob or curve or color, whatever you want to call it. Those are the curve metrics, and I love, just following paths using the curves. So again, Bitcoin comes back down from all-time high. Even here, checks on the 20. 20 says, yeah, let's go for another run, and Bitcoin just pumps into a new all-time high, because this was a continuation, and a push way, or a double. We had a double top pattern in the last bull run, but again, Bitcoin checks with the 20-week moving average for confirmation and runs another run, and we had the all-time high. Let's jump into current times. Of course, when we have the 20 crossing 50 in every occasion, that is not good. Usually that is representing a red massive sell-off in the market. We can see it in every occasion. So lagging indicator, they will cross after the sell-off starts, and they will confirm that we are in a downtrend. So here we started the downtrend, we had confirmation over. Even if you exit a position when this happens, you would save technically a lot. No one hits the top, no one hits the bottom. It's just about having confirmations from lagging indicators like the moving averages. So this brings us to today. We have our curve, our path, and again, arguably this can be edited a bit like so. We have our curve starting from the top of the previous bear market, top of previous bull run or all-time high into the bear market, respected here, 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 and all the way here. And guess what, guys? Bitcoin checks on the 20. 20 says, I'm good to go. Let's go. And Bitcoin shoots up, comes back, checks at the 20. 20 say, I'm good. Let's go. Bitcoin pushes, checks on 50, and parabolically runs up. And what do we have here? 20 crosses 50. So, first of all, 20 crosses 50. Local low here, 15,776. That, based on history, and if nothing breaks and we rhyme, is a number that you shall never see again. Ever since this happens on the weekly, Bitcoin never comes back in the darkest days to lower than the low as we know so far. So we're doing the observations. RSI, well, at the cross, we are over 50 on the RSI. What did we notice earlier? Bitcoin jumps, runs, excited to the upside, always comes back and checks on the 20 as the 20-week moving average tries to catch up. That what usually happens after a break, cross, run to the upside, come back, check. Good to go for a couple of weeks, run to the upside, and always tend to, even if sometimes Bitcoin just runs and stays separated from the 20, always tends to come and check, and the 20 always tends to catch up. So what we notice now is Bitcoin's taking a break, waiting for the 20 to catch up so that they come back, check, and see if we're okay and good to go. So based on what the 20 moving average weekly tells us, Bitcoin will react. So this is very normal. I've seen a lot of things on social media. I've seen even 9K again. By the way, I'm going to link the 9K theory in the top right corner. If you haven't seen that, we've already hit 9K. So this is the same happening again. Ever since we have this cross, we spend over a year, at least between 1 to 4 years in an uptrend. Our lagging indicator confirmed, and our projection is showing us the way. So let's go back. Let's check this. So ever since we crossed here, let's map it out. So crossed here, right? So let's put this here. Crossed around this area, went all the way to this high. Most probably I can't hit it. Okay, I'll adjust it. So that was the high. On this cross to the high here, that was 7,344, 45%. On the second cross, this was the COVID crash. Let's take the one that the correction after. So this cross till high here was a 639%. So that's a big difference, right? Still positive, still big, but big difference. So we're not gonna go into numbers games, but we can divide this number by 3, by 2, by whatever, So ever since the cross happened here, a 100% move, which is dividing this number by 6, would take us, a 100% move from the cross would take us till $44,000. A 200% move will take us to a 66, or close to our past all-time high. So even if we did 1/3 of a move that we did earlier, we'd still hit an all-time high, backed by the cross of the 220 and the 50, with a projection and a path projection from our inverted loop. That's everything for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. When in doubt, zoom out, look at the macro patterns. They will show you the way. If you find this content helpful in any ways, please do consider to hit the like button and subscribe, bell notification to be notified whenever we post a video, and we do that daily. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.